Yeah.
What we talking about?
Make America well.
You see? I see. I knew it was something special about this thing from the beginning.
Yeah, sure.
That's why I stuck with it. Telling the truth, there's a certain level of pride that comes with this. So we gon' finish strong, proud, and resilient. This is muddy water. We keep it moving through the muddy water. Swerving hard through the muddy water. With a cup full of muddy water. Jumping out the muddy water. Pumping out the muddy water. We build bricks with this muddy water. Put them filters down, this is raw and uncut. And ain't no chaser with this mud, just straight to the good. I say we going live, he say nigga what's up. I say we getting high, he say nigga roll up. Another topic of discussion, a conversation piece. Monumental black boom born out of necessity. Now put them cups up, make a toast and feed on this recipe. Wise words, this is poor righteous teaching. From a rich type feature, adding wealth to my creature.
What that mean to you?
Vietnam.
Pete?
Oh, shit. Huh? Say it again?
What that mean to you?
I don't know if I could sum that up in one thing. I'm American. I would like America to be well again. I'm a true American, so when we make it well, it's got to benefit true Americans first and foremost. Everybody else secondary. So I guess that's what that means to me. Got to benefit true Americans first. For those that know what that means, no. Shout out to my ancestors and my living family members who taught me this stuff.
What about the again part?
Well, at one point, true Americans was running this country. Now we at the bottom.
What do Trump mean when he says?
So I'll send you this later, like to add on to the as we done.
What do Trump mean when he say?
I don't know, so I ain't him. The media could portray it one way and it might not mean that, or it might mean exactly that. I don't get caught up in dumb people because they ain't true Americans.
True American.
Yeah. Originally inhabited by the copper-colored people. That's the definition of a true American. Y'all know what copper look like, right? We ain't gotta explain all that.
I like Pete on that. I like the way Pete break his subject matter down. With the questions that we do ask. Cause we be having a lot of conversations about stuff.
Indeed.
You sound like you got like some kind of attitude when you say that.
What, talking about Americans?
Yeah, because it's like, you know, the reason niggas can't play the long game is because the perception is that niggas don't have time. So, you know,
Niggas don't have time to what? Like, what do you mean by that? They don't have time to do something, or time not on their side, or what?
Yeah. Niggas lose out because of the long game. Like the whole, what is it, Silver Dollar?
Oh, the movie? Talking about the movie?
Yeah.
Silver Dollar Road.
Yeah. You know.
That's a good example. Because in there you see the longevity in that particular family was through their homeland that they grew up and were raised on. And then when people try to snatch that from them, you can see how that could quickly decimate the future generations of that family.
Not could.
The wealth and, well, once you snatch the wealth away, then people are forced to eat other ways that might be harder work, illegal work, etc.
And that's what Africa do. That's what the Africa thing do. When you think Africa, even if it's yours, you don't see it as yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they got a way to present it where you just here, nigga.
Pretty much. Like you just a lost castaway who never made it back.
You should just be glad to be here.
Exactly. I'm still waiting on them to come pick niggas up, man. They've been apologizing and shit and telling us, oh, let's move over there. You got celebrities saying this shit. Some niggas ain't never even left their neighborhood, let alone move somewhere far like that. You gotta give us a better blueprint. Like, since we from y'all, come get us. Shit. Nobody gonna stop you. come get us. You know? Help.
Get it.
Yeah, they saying Negroes need to come home, go back to Africa. Some don't, many don't know how. People don't even, a lot of us don't travel like that. Come get us. At least for a month vacation, pay expenses paid, all that, so we could learn this shit over there. Since y'all want us to go over there so fucking bad.
With that being said, like, you know, the Bible. What's the significance of whatever we try to talk about?
I mean,
like, we talking about Silver Dollar Road. The point of that movie was, but you can't even get to that point because it's like they gloss over the main issue, where it's, you know, people. How long has this land been in these people's possession? You can't really get into that because that gets to the whole point of the whole thing. Like, niggas assume that they put their money together and bought land after slavery. That's where it came from. They don't get into they owned it the whole time.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why they're able to get away with first everything after slavery.
Yeah, it's like,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like our timeline don't start till
Slavery.
1865 and beyond.
Right.
That's just crazy.
That's the hurdle that a lot of people can't get over because they pound that shit into niggas' head. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Everything is tied back to Africa. And it's like, damn, America ain't do nothing.
Right.
These people ain't create nothing.
Right. And then my whole stance be like, where was all the Native Americans help during this time? They wasn't helping us. You know, as gentle as they come off on TV and shit, right? They just the most gentle people in the world. So while all this slavery going on their land allegedly, where the fuck was y'all at? Y'all was hiding?
So it's like,
or was they wiped out the smallpox and shit as they say?
Niggas can't get over the hurdle of they be laughing.
Who be laughing?
Whoever got over.
Like everybody
getting
got
over. Because they know what the real story is. We don't.
Yeah.
So we just
why they run to the bank every time laughing
staying
too.
afloat. And they gaslighting niggas all the time. Like,
yeah.
You saying niggas gotta get it?
Why don't you get up from your bootstrap when they know what the real story is and how the shit works?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So in public, they play that game, but behind the scenes, they just laugh at shit. Because it's a joke.
Yeah,
But they put a lot of money into that joke, so you know what I'm saying?
A lot of money, man. A lot of money. Propaganda is the biggest tool in war, man. Take money to put that kind of campaign out to keep a certain people down. Whatever that money is costing them, it's nothing but an investment to keep their shit going.
Yeah. It's money that's spent first.
Yeah, that's just the nature of the game. That's just capital expenses is all. If it costs $1 billion a year to keep that narrative going, if I was them, I'd be cutting that check too. With that billion, I gotta spend a year to keep 100 billion in my family. Didn't do that.
Next. And we the only one like, what you mean? Nigga, he just said it.
It's just the cost of to be the boss, I guess.
No, it can't be like that. Nigga, he just said it.
Yeah.
This is what we do. Sorry, not sorry. Niggas like, no, you can't really be doing that. Nigga,
I mean,
you
could look at the neighborhoods, like their schools, the tax dollars that move to wealthier neighborhoods, they get way more allocated to schools over there. Schools are nicer, cleaner, better food.
Yeah, and it's like
the
you
seats
paying the
are better.
same taxes they paying.
But the money is
the
allocated.
money going to them.
Then you go to the quote unquote urban neighborhoods.
And it's all fucked up.
The dollars ain't
like,
matching.
Why y'all niggas ain't fixing y'all shit? Hold up, man. I pay taxes just like you do. I own fucking property just like you do.
Exactly.
Why ain't none of that money coming to us?
Right. Right.
Because they got the behind the scenes shit. The shit that we don't see is necessary. They've been on that. Because they in attack mode while we in defense mode. Like, not even in defense mode. We just living our life and shit. They always working.
I mean, gentrification is a prime example. Yeah, you can be in your neighborhood and sort of benefit from it, but the majority of people not. Like, most people that's doing gentrification get all kind of tax incentives and things to come back in your impoverished neighborhood, just like when they came to the country. Same shit. The gentrification is like colonization on steroids. It's the same shit. You was in your neighborhood, here they come. They come nice, they bring their little dog, they jogging and shit. Then 5 years later, you start seeing a bunch of trap houses and all this bandos, wherever you from, whatever y'all call it, and you see $1 million house. That's like, this is what's coming in the next 5 to 10 years. And then you start see them changes. Now you see Becky and them with their dog, and now you see the bikes and
bike lane and
the
shit.
bike lanes. They do the shit very subtle, and we just be like, damn, man.
Fuck going on?
Yeah, what's going on? Meanwhile, they getting tax incentives to do that shit. So that means the government's helping them. When you hear tax incentives, that's the government. The government is paying them to come colonize again in your shit. So
What is like a city or something?
Where that Arab come from?
what you mean? Like a city?
To colonize. When you say to colonize,
Well, to take over. Take over.
Yeah.
When they come to the black neighborhoods and they start moving in, where probably 20 years ago they wouldn't even think of stepping foot in your shit.
Pay cash.
Now they coming in because they got basically the government backing them. The dollars are backing them. Same shit.
just through neighborhoods.
They see wealth.
Neighborhoods.
Yeah, they see wealth in your trash. You see it as
That's
trash.
just your home. Yeah.
You see it every day, all day. You see the fiends in your neighborhood every day, all day, and the trash and the violence and all this shit. They see it as treasure. You know?
No, but it'll always be like that because that's just how it works.
That's how it works.
Niggas make shit hot. Not even necessarily bad.
Even in the music, we make quote unquote black culture, which is our everyday shit. It look like dollar signs to everybody else. You know? It's the same shit. It's colonization all the way around.
So,
That's been happening for a while.
They ain't never stopped. They
So
took out farms first.
What's another?
They took out farms first, and the wells and all these things that we used to make us the richest people in the world per capita at one point. Now that they already took that, money got to keep working. Investors know money got to stay moving. They can't build up their neighborhoods. They already at top value, so to speak. So you're going to go to the cheaper neighborhoods, which tend to be ours, which were valuable at one point anyway, they forced the neighborhood value to go down by making us react to environments a certain way. Then they pour their dollars in and move their people in, do the same shit again. To the point where we don't have nowhere else to go. It's like when we cut all these lands down and deers just start running in front of cars on streets now because we cut down their woods where they live. So they just running around trying to find food, trying to find the next place to live. And what happens? We see deers dead on the highway and shit. It's the same shit. It's like they forcing you to, you're cornering you in, you ain't gonna have nowhere to go eventually. You ain't gonna have no home.
Did niggas build Tartaria?
God damn. In short, yes. Yeah.
Alright.
That was.
You wanna start?
Nigga. Okay.
The reason why we here?
Yeah. Let's go for it, man. So we were talking about the Slanguage. What everything you just said, you know what I'm saying? So who was the first to get into that? I would say who was the first that all this might even started with from a biblical text. Because you were talking about introducing Noah and the whole in Florida. Because you were saying deep down, you know what I'm saying, the deeper the South where a lot of things started.
Yeah. I mean, in the Bible, mainly Old Testament, like Genesis, a lot of them chapters, it starts with the creation of things, and then as time go on in these Bible, book of Genesis, people start coming along that are very important people, whether you know much about the Bible or not. Some of these people in there you have at least heard of or their story, So even in history, in American history, everything kind of started with the South, even from the slavery narrative. Slavery was only so big because the South was an abundance of commodities, cotton, rice, gold, tobacco, listed, you name it. Like the South was a cream of the crop. Yes, there's other places in America that has crops, but the South was producing pretty much for the whole world. When I mean world in this context, I mean like all other countries on the planet.
You should go live, man. Sorry.
So,
What does that mean? How does the who match the language?
well,
No.
whoever the who is, speak the language. I mean, when you're talking Slanguage,
Cause that's what I'm saying. Cause we coming back from, the last episode where we were talking about the language. So what does the who mean? The language.
well, hopefully we get into that. Y'all mentioned Noah. I would say Noah is important because everyone knows him for the ark. Noah's ark story. The story of him bringing these animals onto this big ass boat with his family, prepping for a flood that was coming to flood the world as we were taught. What's key is the Bible talks about how big the boat was supposed to be measured and what type of wood he was supposed to use. The wood that he uses is called gopher wood. I mentioned this before, but kind of just recapping. It's called gopher wood, and the science name for gopher wood would be cypress trees. So cypress trees, according to let's see, who is this quoted? Well, a lot of sources, but we'll go with one. University of Texas. Everybody, if you're in America, we know that's a prestigious college. So biodiversity section, it says cypress was used for construction of homes, canoes, drums, and coffins, used by the Native Americans specifically, and this tree is native to the southeast United States. So the cypress wood is the science name for gopher wood because it's the heartwood is resistant to decay, so that means it can get wet for a long time and you don't got to worry about it decaying. So if you just building something for a flood or even just to travel on, across the waters, you will want something durable. It's common sense. You're going to use whatever source that's going to help you withstand the water. So this tree is very durable when it comes to water. So if Noah has to build a big ass ark, he would have to be somewhere that's abundant to that. And the only tree that is that durable for water is the cypress tree, aka gopher wood, which is native to the southeastern part of the United States.
And we've been talking about this for a long time, I know.
Mind you, no UPS, no FedEx is able to help him get this shipped to him. That wasn't existing. You have to be in the area to just go out and get that, and at an abundant supply. So that's just common sense things that we need y'all to use when we thinking, whether you believe in the story is fake or not. Just put that to the side and just look at the story. The nigga had to be somewhere to build a big ass boat where he have an abundance of it to build it. And the Bible said it wasn't nothing he built in a week. Like, it took him a long ass time, months, I mean, really, I think a few years to build this boat. So just from that, whether it's mythical or not, we ain't on that right now. Just from the context of the story, for it to make somewhat of any sense, he got to be somewhere around it where he could just get it in abundance. Southeast United States, mainly Florida is where it's at, in the swampy areas. Also, this tree is, for anybody who was in Louisiana, y'all will know about this tree because that's the state tree. It's the cypress tree, which is in the South, Louisiana.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I say it's very amazing. I've thought about it for a while since we talked about it.
Yeah.
So what? So is it common knowledge in Louisiana, the connection between Cyprus and the Bible?
I mean, I'm not in Louisiana right now, so I can't speak for the people there. I'm just saying, as far as, we in America, and each state has like a flag or like a tree or something, like South Carolina. Like, I currently live in South Carolina, the Palmetto State.
Yeah.
Palm trees. It's on their flag, the palm tree. Every state has something that represents that state. Louisiana is that has been the state tree since 1963. So anybody who's born in the mid 60s and on probably know that information. Right. So yeah. And the tree is that you will find in the swamps. You got hella swamps out there. We got swamps in Florida, like a bunch of them, the Everglades, all these different areas in Georgia, Charleston, all the low country. And Florida is basically part of the low country as well. Them trees they everywhere. So Noah had options, it sound like, if he was over here for them trees. he had a lot of options to go get it.
So what would be the issue with acknowledging Americans just making that connection and making it plain and mainstream? I guess the
I mean, as plain as simple as we talking about it, it couldn't be a mainstream thing because most people are recognizing that there's black people in the Bible. And a lot of people from all races, like it's common knowledge now, simple Google searches and a few little studies here and there, people are recognizing that from Jesus on, people was black. You know, still have a few people who want to try to argue that, but enough work has been done. But saying that they black isn't enough. There's black people all over the planet. To say that they might have been an American black, now that's different. Because people are okay with saying, oh, Jesus is black, or Moses is black, or Samson, or whoever that's in the Bible is black. But to say American black is different, because we already know American blacks, we have a certain connotation about us in society. You know, we, in everyone else's eyes, we like the bottom of the scale. So to talk about these quote unquote wonderful figures in the Bible, to say they American black, that's damn near blasphemy, I guess, to a lot of people, including black people too.
Why is that?
Because, I mean, that changed the whole narrative of even this religious book or spiritual book. You're saying the founding fathers of the Bible would be American black. They're like, nigga, what? Never heard that. But that's why we got to look at locations and culture of the people, what they're doing, than just the skin color. Because usually landmass and culture and language go together. People tend to speak a language of the area, so, and the culture of the area, the things they do on a day-to-day basis, how they cultivate, how they raise their kids, how they sing, how they dance, is all associated with regions. Even today, you got like people from Florida, they do a certain type of dance that they do. You got people from New York do a certain type of dance that they do. People from Cali, different cities, areas have a certain dialect, so slang would fit in that. Slang dialect for people from Baltimore is not the same from people in, let's say, Atlanta, Georgia, or St. Louis. We're speaking one language, which is English, but the dialect is different. The slang is different. So is the dance. So is the way they cook. So is what is cultivated in their area. The key word in cultivate, we keep hearing like culture and cultivate. The culture is different in different areas. So that's why we're trying to pinpoint in the Bible, these cultures of these people that we're talking about, they got to match a certain region. Because we were taught, if we was from Africa as slaves, we was already taught that we wasn't supposed to even maintain that culture. You know, you had to do what master told you. So with that being said, what culture do we have as Americans? Is it just some shit we made up, or is something that's associated with the land? And that's all we just trying to figure out. So, how y'all want to navigate from there?
Like I say, man, I've been thinking about that for a while.
What you been thinking about it?
Just the whole Noah thing, you know?
So,
Cause that's what we hear about, the Bible, right?
yeah.
How does that match? What match up with the information?
Do you think niggas would be on demon time if they saw who they were a few generations ago?
Yeah. Most of them, the ones who got the ear to even listen to it. But yeah,
Just listen to what? Whoa.
that what we talking about. Everyone don't care about this shit that is niggas. Some they like that ain't got shit.
Niggas
to do
don't
with
care
it.
about niggas.
Yeah, it's a lot of niggas that don't care about niggas. We know this. Some just like I'ma do me. I don't care about what y'all talking about, but this really ain't for them. But even though that might be their whole family,
Why
that
is
we
it
talking
not?
about,
Why wouldn't it be for them?
because they don't want it to be. They don't care. They in their own little world. They bubble.
They need time.
They okay. They cool with their
They need
situation.
time.
They need to live some more life.
You know, you can't save everybody. That's for sure. And even some of them people that may not care might be in their bloodline for them not to care. They might come from people who just don't give a shit about certain things.
How that work?
What you mean? How that work? They came from their parents. They passed down lineage. Like you could be an entrepreneur at heart. You got it from somewhere. Somebody down in your family, whether it's your direct parents or somewhere in the family, was entrepreneurs, and you picked that energy up or that spirit up, or athletic build. You might love boxing. You know, come to find out, you might come from a line of fighters in your family. You might be somebody who likes to step over and get over on people. That's how you maintain yourself. Come to find out, you might come from a family of shiesty niggas. Being fake and phony or real, as what we say today, that ain't
Scammers.
There ain't nothing new under the sun. People been doing that shit forever. Everybody want to be real, but you can't, because everybody not meant to be, because they weren't made to be. Literally, it wasn't in their blood to be. Most people are what they are, and they act it out without even thinking about it. It's second nature to them. So yeah.
Why are we so far away from conversations like this? Why are we so disconnected?
It's not a one answer to that. Most people so caught up in the hustle and bustle of chasing the dollar. That's probably 95% of that shit. You know, getting up Monday through Friday, going to get that dollar, 40 hours minimum a week, 50, 60 hours, because they got to survive, you know. So they think they don't have time for nothing else, because after you do that for 8 hours or 12 hours or 10 hours, they tired. They want to just wind down, go to sleep, and do that shit again the next day. Next thing you know, they an old person now. They an elder. Time done went right past them. So really, it's like the whole rat race thing. That could be a problem. On top of some people in their family, like their elders, weren't allowed to pass information down to them for safety. Like you can't move like this, because they know you move like this, you could die. So it's so many different factors. That's why I said it's not a one trick pony type of thing.
When you learned about this, or you know, for yourself, how did you feel when you first learned about it?
Reassuring, angry, happy, sad, mad, confused, all type of light bulbs going off, light bulbs shutting off, ashamed, proud, like a bunch of mixed feelings. Because the more you know nothing.
The more you know nothing.
Yeah.
That's deep.
So like one of the scriptures in the Bible is, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Man, we sitting here talking, and I ain't even said
Oh, the phone going.
like, share, or follow.
Somebody on there.
Like, share, or follow. Y'all come on in. Yeah, come on in.
Yeah, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So whoever put that in there already thinking about their people. So let's use that for conversation piece real quick. If I am writing this Bible to subjugate somebody else, why would I put a line like that in there? You know, we were taught that these evil people gave us that book to subjugate us. Why would they put a line like that in there? I know somebody might say, well, the Bible talk about slavery and servants obey your masters. Like, what does that mean? That would contradict saying my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. If anything, if I'm the person trying to oppress you, I wouldn't put a line like that. I would say something completely opposite of that, because I'm giving this book to people who I'm trying to keep at oppression. A line like that would make one of my slaves, so to speak, a light bulb might go off in their head. Like, oh, my people destroyed for lack of knowledge. They're not supposed to even be having no knowledge of anything outside of what I tell them. So if they destroy for lack of knowledge, but if I'm giving them the knowledge, why would they be destroyed? They're not lacking knowledge. They're getting knowledge that I'm giving them. You a slave, obey your master, do what I say. They're getting knowledge that I want them to have. So they would be prospering. So I wouldn't say my people, I would say those people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, not my people. Hopefully that makes sense. What do you think about that?
Pretty good.
What you think about that?
I caught up with you. I got lost there for a minute, but
think about it.
Yeah, that's real.
Your people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, not mine.
Because you did the work to make sure they know.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be keeping you destroyed. So I would say your people.
Can you break?
Well, I'm doing that right now. If I'm the slave master, you my slave.
Yeah.
I'm going to say your people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, not mine.
And that's in the Bible.
Yes, that's in the book of Hosea, Old Testament. The New Testament ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, like, what?
Huh?
It seemed to fit.
It seemed to. The shoe fit.
I mean, that's what we've been noticing, though. A lot of stuff been fitting. A lot of stuff been fitting. But you also got a lot of opposition.
Of course. And in that book, there's a lot of, without the lack of knowledge on how to read it, it could steer you all kind of different ways. Like there is a scripture in the Bible that says, servant, obey your masters. But you have to read that whole thing in context to see what that means. Because servant means employee. Servants, so if we reading it in the time we live as people who work jobs, employees, listen to your boss. You see how nobody don't got no problem with that, right? But servants obey your masters, that sounds harsh, right? But it's the same thing as saying employee obey your boss. You gonna do that shit without nobody even telling you for the most part, because you want to get your check at the end of the week. You're working for the check. So doing the job just don't apply. You listening what they tell you also apply. You do that with no problem, no argument. But when we hear servant obey your master, see, the white man gave that, the slavery, the whole slavery shit. And then you got all this bickering while the intent of the writer is like, they missing it. It's not for them to get. That's why it's preserved the way it is. It's written like that with intent. The ones who will get it will get it. The ones that don't, y'all gonna keep bickering. It's written like that to cause confusion because everybody can't get it. But then people say, God is not the author of confusion. That is not true. If God create everything, good and evil, that means they create understanding and confusion as well. Sometimes you might need to confuse your enemy to throw them off to attack. Whether you're on the good side or the bad side, confusion could be a strategy in a fight, in a war. So to say God is not the author of confusion, that sounds like baby talk at this point.
So you saying we got the Bible confused?
Hell yeah. I'm not saying I got all the answers, but I ain't no dummy. I know how to read. I know how to use a dictionary, shit like that. I use common sense. You know, they say the devil is the author of confusion, but I ain't never seen the devil one time in the Bible.
So if you say you know how to use a dictionary,
Yeah.
if this ain't being discussed, do that mean everybody don't know how to use a dictionary?
Yeah, I mean, pretty simple, yeah. Some people don't like dictionaries. A lot of people don't like to look at that thick ass book. They look intimidating for a lot of people.
What about the theologians and the researchers?
Oh, they going through them shits all day, every day to get the knowledge that you lacking in that scripture that I said. You're lacking knowledge and you're being destroyed while they're getting knowledge and keeping it from you. Like I said on the last episode, they said if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. A book with no pictures. I was one of them guys that, for real, like when I was younger, I just can't stand reading because I was made to do it. So I was like, that shit ain't got no pictures, don't even bring me that book. I need something to make it more interesting. As funny as that is, I was that person, so I'm not hating on nobody who don't like that because I was definitely that person in my younger years, teenage years and stuff like that. So if we're gonna talk about this book, the Bible, of course I'ma hide shit in it. So even when the black man is reading it, it's so hidden, he ain't gonna see the shit with just his naked eye, just reading it. And then I'ma make sure it's in a language he don't even speak no more, which is Old English. So the same words that they're using in their modern English, he not even gonna catch what I just put in there, because that one word might mean 5 different words, but he's just reading it in modern English, so he missed the whole point. And y'all arguing over 2 false points. Nobody right. But the writer's like, God damn it, these niggas stupid. Yeah. I feel like this session is a very laid back one. I'm already always laid back, but we kind of talking like making it very simple, but that shit complex as fuck.
Yes.
So like,
Breaking down.
even talking about Noah, right? We talked about the boat. Scripture is like, that's not even in the regular Bible. They have different books that some of y'all might have heard of, like Apocrypha, things like that. These are books that religious public figures, political figures, took out in the past for numerous reasons. But there's a particular book called the Book of Enoch, right? That was one of the books. In this book, it gives you more description of Noah. They said Noah had locks in the book, and he was albino.
In the Book of Enoch?
Book of Enoch. He had locks and was albino. So most of us know what an albino is, and he had locks. We know who you tended. Damn, in 2024, damn near everybody got locks that don't come natural to them. I'll say it like that. But we know what people walk around with locks. Like, come on. Wait, I'm pointing on the camera. He on this side of me. Wait, Sanchez. We clearly see brother got locks. It fits him. It's his natural makeup. Noah had locks and was albino. If we talking about Florida, we just talking shit right now. But if he had locks, he probably had wicks if he was from Florida. That's what the style of locks that they have out there. Which is an indigenous style for them people in that area too, with the gold in their mouth with the wicks. That's some Florida Indian shit. For them in Florida that know, they know that. But yeah. So even in the Bible, even though stuff been taken out, added, all this fuckery going
Why
on.
was the Book of Enoch left out?
I mean, there's tons of books left out.
Right.
Probably like, damn, it's like 64 books or something like that they took out. So there's this guy, y'all can Google him. His name was Martin Luther. Not Martin Luther King from Civil Rights. Protestant guy. Political figure, back in time, so to speak. As the Bible being published and things, there was a lot of other political figures who was like, nah, that shit shouldn't be in there. Take that out. It's being about to be pushed to the masses. Well, it was pushed to the masses, and they felt certain things needed to be taken out. This particular guy took out like 30-something books. I think Book of Enoch was one of them. It's just me thinking of some names. There's Book of Jubilees, Book of Maccabees, Book of Bel and the Dragon, just a lot of different books that was taken out. But when you read these books, it make the scriptures in the Bible have more context, So when you read like the last book of the Old Testament and then the first book of the New Testament, if you read that last page going into the New Testament, it makes no sense. You could tell there's a big ass gap. So some scholars call it the 400-year dark of silence. Some people call it the Dark Ages. They call it all these different things, but you can see how when I read this last page of the Old Testament, then jump to Jesus, is like, well, what the fuck happened? How we get right here to Jesus? Like, stuff was taken out. These books are not missing, all kind of museums got these books, but they took it out what was published. So, yeah, I mean, to say why they did it, we would never really know. We could look up as much as we can, but if it was nothing wrong with it, just leave the shit in there. Just leave it. So obviously it was some kind of thought that you didn't want people to know with these certain books. Well, that could be a good thing or a bad thing.
But the Book of Enoch described Noah.
Yeah, it's an albino with locks. We common sense, we know what kind of people. I mean, yeah, they have albinos in different races.
So the Book of Enoch would have came at what time in the Bible?
Like Old Testament, but closer to Genesis. Like, there's gaps. Like each book that we have is gaps in it because other books are missing. If that makes sense. But Noah he's talked about in Genesis. Book of Enoch gives more information about him. Because people just don't know it as a guy who built a boat, who put 2 of every kind of animal on there because the earth got flooded. So then he would be like the new progenitor of mankind, which would not make no sense because the people that was on the boat with him was his family. So if the earth had to be repopulated, that means he would have to be populating with his own family. We know that's incest. So shit like that, which causes confusion. And it makes sense to why a lot of people wouldn't want to read the book. It's like, nigga, that's disgusting. Like, yeah, so it causes confusion.
Yeah.
But like we did from the last episode, we read in the beginning, and we got like one word that meant like 10 different things out of that.
Right.
So imagine if we was to get into the things of Noah, right? I told y'all about the tree. You know, the tree don't sound like that's important, right? But that shit not native to Florida. I mean, not native to Africa, my bad. This shit is native to the Southeast United States. So just that alone would cause confusion again. So we just
Why would you leave that in there? Or why do people miss it for so long?
I mean, most people not gonna look up and say what kind of tree is gopher wood. They just reading it.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Or somebody might Google it and say, oh, they have Middle East in their head because the Bible we associate.
Is that a mistake?
With Israel? Hell nah.
To leave it in there?
Nah, that was everything is in there. It's supposed to be in there to cause confusion and to cause enlightenment, depending on which side you're gonna be on.
Make it well again.
Now, let's say if I'm living in Florida,
And that's a good question.
and I own a bunch of land that have these trees on it, cypress trees, I'm gonna go look at my trees and be like, God damn.
What does it matter?
I'm saying, right?
It doesn't matter.
Let's listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If I own a bunch of land that got cypress trees on it in Florida, and I hear that shit, I'm like, God damn. How much money, how much wealth could I have generated because this type of wood is so durable? There's ships being made every day, all day. A lot of product. Homes are being built with wood, a certain type of wood. You can't just use any wood to build a home. You want to use something durable to deal with the weather conditions. That's life changing right there. You got the shit growing in on your land. Just that alone.
They build metal ships nowadays, though.
Yeah, they got homes that'll still be made from wood. Think of how you would affect the housing market by supplying the wood that Home Depot and Lowe's and all these other companies use to build homes. You'd be a rich motherfucker, right? Your family would be set for generation and generation.
What? Do they still build boats with?
No, I would say ships. Nah, not today's time. You know, like he said, a
What
metal.
you want to get into? Ships and boats. You want to talk about ships and boats?
What?
You want to talk about ships and boats?
I mean,
We talking about boats, nigga.
to even navigate a boat, you have to
That
be.
what we talking about?
You have to be a certain type of person that is familiar with the seas, the waters. You had to have knowledge of that. So you mean to tell me God just gonna get this random dude because he was a nice guy an epiphany to just build a boat? He don't know shit about no waters or nothing. Now most people in Florida, they live around water. Low country, they familiar with how to navigate the waters anyway. They know how to fish. They know which this river goes here. You gotta be familiar with that. So Noah probably had knowledge of how to navigate on the waters too. And there's a certain people in history we know who.
But why does that matter to us?
There's a certain people in history who would know for navigating the waters. People call them Moors, Indians, all different type of shit. But those are the same people that you just asking about, that you would have never heard growing up. You might have heard we invented a dance or, shit like that. We don't get credit for the shit that the world benefit from. Unless it's Black History Month, then we just go through inventions, which are great. I ain't knocking that. That even shows how great we are, but a lot of it's left out. We built the ships. We navigated the seas. That'll make somebody hear that somewhere, or a little kid or something, get some kind of inspiration to hear shit like that.
Right.
That's why this shit is important. But everybody don't need inspiration. They don't care about it. Like I said earlier. As long as that one person here, you don't know how they go out here and change the world.
So who is Boaz?
Boaz in the Bible was a wealthy landowner, specifically in the land of Judea, I think is what they call it. So Boaz, in the Christian world, you hear them talk about the man is supposed to be like Boaz, or women are supposed to find their Boaz, because he is like the version of the virtuous women, Proverbs 31. He would be like the male version of that. But he was a wealthy landowner. By the way, Boaz is a Virginia Indian surname, by the way. And a Hebrew name.
Virginia. You said Virginia.
Virginia, like Virginia.
Oh, yeah?
Virginia Indian surname. Okay. Boaz. Yeah.
So Boaz in the Bible.
Boaz in the Bible. So we look at
why a lot of these names is connected with America.
I mean, I know I'll be looking at a lot of census records and things, and we don't name our kids them type of names now, but like our grandparents and before them, a lot of them had quote unquote biblical names. Yeah. Seem to be the norm. You see a lot of biblical names. You'll see names like Moses, Obadiah, Boaz, Israel, Shadrach. Actually, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I've seen them names in my ancestors' family. So, and those are the three brothers in the Bible who got thrown in the furnace. Most people know their stories, but they just know the story. But it seems like I've seen a lot of niggas throughout history in America had them names. But people in Israel today don't even got names like that.
Really though?
Really though. They'll have like a modern Hebrew name. Like
Jacob,
Epstein, Einstein, Berkowitz, all these Germanic sounding names. But Old Testament names, a lot of our granddaddies and grandmas and great granddaddies and grandmas had them old biblical names.
You ain't lying.
I know.
Now that I'm thinking about it, that's a tale of a thought.
Yeah,
Every time you do that shit, man, that's what you did with the gopher wood.
Mind you, we weren't supposed to read or write. They told us, right? We slaves, we can't read or write. So, as dumb as we are, right? How the hell we figure out how to get these old names like that? We was only taught about Jesus, right? I don't see a lot of our family members with the name Jesus. But all the other characters in the Old Testament, I do. Now we see a lot of, shout out to the Latinos out there, a lot of them got the name Jesus and they Jesus. But niggas, Catholic, yeah, but niggas, nah, we got the Samson, Aaron, Moses, Bartholomew, like, we got them old, what we call them old slave names.
Jeremiah.
Them old slave names, old Hebrew names. Jeremiah. Damn near Old Testament name, somebody black.
Nicodemus.
Yeah, them old nigga names, man. Old man names with the big hands.
He ain't no damn lie, man. He ain't lying.
Them old slave names, as they call it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is.
To think about.
Yeah, man.
Man, y'all like, share, and follow, man.
No, somebody else on there.
What?
Somebody join. Can't see what it say.
Oh yeah, Jane. What up, Jane? How you doing? We just sitting here discussing some things.
Man, you gotta think,
having
man.
a conversation.
People learning this old shit, and we ain't just talking it just to be shooting shit. Like people realizing, nah, my family not from Africa. We from right here. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go to court and prove it. We've been seeing a lot of that going on. Not no little $5,000 court cases neither. We talking about millions, like the guy in Texas, the people in Cali who got their beach back, the guy in Texas who's suing the oil company, Silver Dollar Road, as he mentioned earlier. What was that, Netflix, Amazon Prime, about that family? That shit is going on a lot of places. People are learning their American roots and going to get that shit back. Because the wealth is tied to the land. Like the Bible also say, the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. And they will get wells that they did not dig. Killers of the Flower Moon. I need to check that movie out. That's about the Osage Nation who was getting rich in the oil, and immigrants are trying to marry indigenous Osage women to be a part of the bloodline to get the wealth. I don't know who this is. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah.
Sarah Rector.
Sarah Rector, shout out to her. What tribe is she? Creek. Y'all look that girl up, man. 12 years old, millionaire. All these men trying to marry her. This black girl who was a Creek Indian, not mixed with Creek, not that African mixed with Indian, like she is Creek Indian, and these people are trying to marry her to get her wealth. That's why this shit is important.
Cause shit like that happen.
Shit like that happened, and she was born in the 50s or something. So we ain't talking like 200 years ago. Sarah Rector, like,
See, this shit happening now.
In the
Look
50s.
I think she was born in the 50s.
Look at Jeezy and Jeannie Mae.
Oh shit.
Who? Who's Jeannie Mae?
Well, that's not her name for real though. That's her name? Jeannie Mae? Yeah, man, this shit crazy, man.
I make it up.
Why y'all sitting here acting like this shit don't matter? People are making a difference with this information. Because if you tied to Africa, you shouldn't be getting shit back in America. You should be getting shit back over there where the fuck you from. And you got family over there, so you good money, right? You good. You just lost. Just get your plane ticket and go meet your family. Or do your genealogy and see this something here your family left. And go get your shit. Or maintain it if it's already in your family. So if you got them gopherwood trees, you might be sitting on something. A lot of houses being built in America.
Absolutely. Whether they gonna be inhabited or not.
Yeah.
That's a whole other question.
Yeah, y'all check them 2 movies out. Silver Dollar Road. What was the other one? Killers of the Flower Moon. I think that one's on Apple TV. It's still in the movies, but I think it's on Apple TV as well. Now, it's a cosplay. Y'all know what a cosplay is. The people playing the roles ain't the people.
What's that?
A cosplay?
Yeah.
People playing a role of actual people, but they're not those people.
Cosplay.
A cosplay, yeah. You know, people call it whitewashing and shit, but the term is cosplay. Like, back in the day, you know, they had the silent films, right? Remember those? Like the
Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah, silent films.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll have like white people put on a black paint on their face, black face them.
Mm-hmm.
They playing something that they're not.
Okay.
And they are making a mockery at the same time. So it's a cosplay. So when you watch Killers of the Flower Moon, it will be very obvious to see because the face part ain't even an issue. It's the culture of the people they mimicking. Like we talked about culture earlier. The culture of the
what
people.
we talking about? Can we just say it?
On the movie, okay, so Killers of the Flower Moon is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, can we just say what's going on? Like, do we
Yeah,
have to
so
bullshit
it's
around?
the Osage Nation.
No. I'm saying like you saying the whole usurping, the whole cosplay thing.
Oh, well, there's Indians on there, the Osage Indians,
Who's the Indians?
Native Americans today. They are playing
Who? Who?
the Native Americans we know today
The ones that's
are
represented
playing,
as Native Americans today.
yes, are playing the Osage Nation during the oil boom.
Right. So okay, let's go back. So we have a case where the Europeans
1920s era.
Yeah, the Europeans are doing what they did or whatever. Who did the Europeans run into? Did they run into the Siberian looking people in Osage?
Yes, on the movie, yes.
No, in real life.
Oh no, they ran into people that look like us.
Right, that's what I'm trying to get to.
So the way you could tell
I know
that,
what he was talking about.
the way you could tell that,
No, go ahead.
the way you could tell that on there is the culture of the Osage on the movie.
Right.
So they wealthy, they got oil, they driving Cadillacs, wearing furs, jewelry, big suits, zoot suits. Y'all ain't never, ever seen no Siberian looking Indians ever dressed like that. They wearing moccasins and
On the movie?
I'm talking about in everyday or
Right.
even on movies back then.
Right, no.
They always would like dress like nomadic people. On this movie, they dress like niggas in the Harlem Renaissance. We ain't never seen that before, ever. See, and then even on the movie, their houses start getting bombed because this is in the 1920s. Even on the movie, the cosplay characters are screaming, "This is just like Tulsa, just like Tulsa." What happened in Tulsa? Niggas got bombed for their wealth.
Can we for the audience
Yeah, I gotta watch
Just-
that shit. It's crazy.
on the map, how far is Osage Osage from Tulsa?
We can just do a quick little Google search just to see how far is.
How many hundred miles?
Okay.
Damn, you broke it
How
down.
many
like
thousand
it's
miles?
just so vivid and ugly. It's
vivid
just
and ugly?
Vivid and ugly.
About 25 miles.
What?
What?
So Osage is 25 miles from
From
Tulsa.
Tulsa. Yeah.
And
Because
this
it's
thing
Osage County, Oklahoma. It's still Oklahoma, which is
Right.
oil country.
So
And
they had-
Indian territory.
Indian territory.
Yes. That's where a lot of them Trail of Tears, a lot of Indians fled to Oklahoma. But it was also already Indians in Oklahoma. Just Indian country is what it's called.
So what's the chances of the Siberians just being another tribe? And, the niggas in Tulsa was a different tribe. It's only 25 miles away, but
Well,
why
then,
couldn't they still be the Siberians?
well, Tulsa is a tribe itself. Oklahoma is Indian territory with a bunch of tribes. So, I mean, you got Cherokees
How many
out
of those
there.
tribes look like the people from the movie?
They specifically talking about Osage, the Osage or Osage.
What I'm saying.
So what are you asking?
The people that were presented in the movie,
Mm-hmm.
like, is that a true representation? Oh,
Not at all, because in the oil boom, there were people being very wealthy. We mentioned one, Sarah Rector.
are they indigenous? Like,
Nah, they indigenous to like Siberia, Russia.
no, in real life.
I just said it.
So
The nation, hold on, let me clarify. The Osage Nation is a real nation.
Mm-hmm.
The people playing those people are not real Osage Indians or Osage Indians.
So who is?
The niggas, but they are not being portrayed as that.
So the movie, why would Martin Scorsese, the world-renowned fucking, all the good fellas and all that shit. Why would he put out a movie that like he know what the history of niggas is, I would think.
I would assume so.
Why would he misrepresent the situation and portray what,
You really think that man is going to get the millions of
Then why
dollars
make the movie?
for his budget?
Then why make the movie?
Because the story got to be told, but you can't, just like we see with all the other movies throughout history, you can't put the real people in the shit, man. That could cause some problems. Can you imagine how many lawsuits that'll generate from being like, oh wait, that's my people? Because they look like
So
you?
why do they get away with it? Why niggas don't be like, yo, this some bullshit?
Oh, niggas are saying it's some bullshit. What you mean?
Who? I ain't really been seeing that.
I mean, I don't mean it ain't been happening because you ain't been seeing it. I'm somebody saying it now. It's other people who saying what I'm saying that look like me.
What about prominent niggas? Actors.
I mean, you
Why
saying why
actors
the actors ain't saying it?
Yeah.
I mean, why would they? I mean,
That's
they
from
are.
America.
Kanye West been saying it. But he's doing this crazy. So, see what happened to Kyrie Irving. I mean, do you want that on your
the
plate?
The ultimate question is why are they allowed to get away with it?
They run the media. What you mean? You run the media. You can put out what the hell
Why
you
don't
want.
the black people in the media say that?
Because they work for them. Like, they don't own the media. They work in the media. I mean, it's common sense. And if you own the media, you don't want that kind of backlash. Then you probably won't own that shit no more.
why are some niggas in wherever we at having this discussion but nobody else having this discussion? Publicly.
I mean, when you say public, what you mean? Just on camera? Or you mean like on the national news? Like, what do you
I don't see
mean?
the conversation being had.
Just because you don't see it don't mean it's not being had publicly. And publicly could just simply mean what we doing. Instagram, YouTube, that's still public for masses to see. Now, if masses do or don't
Maybe
see
in the
it.
comment section, that's the only place I see the conversation being had.
What you mean, videos posted? There's videos posted about all kind of movies about niggas saying shit. So I don't know what you mean when you say public.
About flowers of the sun, killers of the flower moon?
Yeah, I've seen quite a few videos actually. And I on like what, TikToks and shit? Saying the shit, that's public. Like,
Yeah, I don't have to.
me neither.
Alright, so
But I'm saying, like, these issues don't have to be talked about masses because we see it in these court cases. That's my point. It don't need to be millions of viewers for it to go to court and win. We clearly saw that with the beach. Ain't no niggas heard about no niggas on no beach, right? What happened? It was made public, right? What's done in the dark come to the light, right? Don't have to have millions of views for something to happen publicly.
that's why I'm just saying that the shit ain't that complicated.
The shit with the
Still
man in Texas,
mainstream.
that's on public news, and a lot of niggas still don't know about that. So then, how do you
What
say
happened in
that?
Texas?
The guy that's Mr.
Spy
Youngblood,
shit?
huh?
Oh, I'm talking about
With Kanoko Phillips. Yeah,
Konoko.
yeah. That was on. I saw that shit on Forbes, and a lot of niggas still don't know that.
Right.
So then, what's the point of what you just said? That's public, and niggas don't know about it. Bruce Beach was public locally, but it made news all over the country. And guess what? A lot of niggas still ain't know about it.
Yeah, but I'm saying the whole movie, man. The whole movie with.
I don't think that's a movie that was pushed to cater to us to watch anyway. It's not like it was a Black Panther or
Which one?
Killers of the Flower Moon.
No.
That wasn't a movie that was.
But
Huh?
the book ain't
It
new.
ain't been pushed like that.
Yeah, it's not pushed heavily for. You know, when niggas want to go see a movie, you're gonna hear about that shit. Like, let's look like Black Panther, right? That shit was
Right.
pushed hard. Niggas
The
was
book
wearing
ain't new,
dashikis and shit to the theaters, huh?
The book ain't new.
No, the book ain't new. The movie's still in the movies now. Like, niggas ain't going to see that shit. First of all, no, niggas don't pay for movies like that no more. Y'all know how we watch our movies. Y'all know what I'm saying? So that's number one. We gonna wait till the shit is streamable, if that's a word. That's number one.
Fire stick shit.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, there's a ton of movies that's cosplay, but that one is important because it's during the oil boom, so that's the 1920s. And we know Tulsa, we know what Tulsa was known for, but them niggas in Tulsa, they ain't just own hospitals and schools and shit. Them niggas had oil fields. That's why it's a scene on the movie where they're watching the bombings happen in a movie theater. And they say, oh shit, it's just like Tulsa, just like Tulsa. Now, if you are a Native American Indian, right? Let's say the Siberian ones, this your home, right? When shit happen on your homeland, any bombings, terrorist attacks, why I don't see y'all saying shit? When 9/11 happened, I ain't see shit. That's on your land, right? The Indians native to that New York tri-state area, I didn't see them on the news saying shit. Where y'all at? What's the answer gonna be? It ain't much of y'all left because your ancestors died of smallpox and shit. Come on, y'all all over the country getting money, living on reservations. Y'all don't speak on shit when it happens on your soil because you're still getting your money. Yeah. Well, shit come out when it's supposed to come out.
So let's get back to Boaz. So Virginia, man. So he from Virginia?
I said it's a surname that's prominent in Virginia. Typically, with a surname, for those that don't know, is a last name of a long line of a family, lineage. And Boaz is a last name that is tied to many Virginia Indians. Probably Indians throughout the country, but specifically Virginia. And I came across that doing research on somebody's genealogy that happened to be from Virginia. And as I kept digging and digging on the shit, I just kept seeing it. So then I had to go to Virginia records. So the state knows this shit. Like the Virginia libraries and shit. Their document said it is a native Indian surname of Virginia, Indians in Virginia. That's what their document said. The state, which is we talked about Slanguage, which was a Semitic name. Boaz is of Semitic origin. If y'all remember from the last one when I had the big ass dictionary and I showed the letter A from A to Z, it shows each letter, the earliest form being Shemitic. Boaz is Shemitic. A lot of English words. So he's a wealthy landowner, by the way. A stand-up guy, not just a get money guy. He was a stand-up guy. That's why women today in the Christian world, they say, where's my Boaz? I'm looking for my Boaz.
Yeah, what's that about again?
Pretty much the Proverbs 31 woman, the virtuous woman. She's a stand-up lady, but also get to the bag also. That's Boaz, the male version of that. Yeah.
So, what I'm trying to say is that America could be the beginning of Human.
Could be. I sent y'all yesterday. I'm just as a side note. I was reading a book, and it said Bahamas used to have some land that was about 50 feet wide that you could walk from Bahamas to America.
Lord, I think I read that.
Yeah. Then, as you go on to read, Bahamas has so much beautiful essence about it, from the vegetation, everything. It was like there's no other place in the world that could compare to Eden in the Bible than the Bahamas. Then they proceed to say the original inhabitants of America, so that would be Indians, whoever the fuck they are, have to be the children of Israel, which is in the Bible, the children of Israel. Just a little side note to throw it in. That was a book called The Lost Tribes of Israel, or The Red Man. It was written in like 1831, I think. So yeah. Sound like all arrows are starting to point this way. Africa they not supporting these claims.
You said 50 feet.
It said 50 feet wide.
50 feet, that's probably about wide as this building right here.
Yeah, you could walk that shit and be in
Yeah,
Florida.
it probably, you can definitely get across that swimming, even if it got deep in the middle.
Yeah.
You're gonna make that.
It's basically like
50 feet is like from here to here.
yeah, like Haiti and Dominican Republic. Like
Yeah.
it's a little
Probably, yeah.
bit of water between them. You tall enough, you could probably just float on across to that shit. Like,
Definitely can.
yeah, it's like that.
Yeah. This wall to that wall
That's
is
probably
more than
50
50 feet.
Oh, more than 50? So
Yeah, that's more.
maybe here to the fireplace, maybe?
Yeah, something.
No, from wall to wall.
50, you say that's 50 feet? Either way, y'all, that shit is, you
To
could
the
walk.
fireplace.
You could walk that shit.
No.
They said
I
that
do that
one.
every day. It's long, it's about from here to that wall to wall. 50 feet.
And the people that are saying it in this book is the people that travel with Columbus to America.
10.
Same
20.
was like to that couch, nigga.
Yeah. 10. 20. Yeah. That's 50 right there.
Shit, well, that ain't shit.
That ain't shit at all.
That's some people backyards.
Backyard bigger than that.
So yeah, just saying. That's what the information is surfacing, looking like is what it's saying. I ain't making no claims, but don't look like Africa is the motherland no more. A lot of Pan-Africans who pushed that over the years is even changing up their stories now. I'm talking about the ones known in that lane. They coming out saying, nah,
Man, I might have you wrong.
that shit ain't accurate no more. Now they dropping all that African shit, and some of them coming out, man, yeah, my grandma been said we was Choctaw, Chickasaw, Blackfoot.
There wasn't no money in it
There
before.
wasn't no money in it. Now these court cases got niggas' eyes big now. You see how that shit work?
Right,
Where
to
was the
get
court
into it.
cases without claims to Africa? Marcus Garvey, what the fuck? Come on, bro, help me out here. You was telling us
That's what it said.
Marcus Garvey. Y'all know who that is. That man was telling us we need to go back over there. Why we still ain't seeing no court cases or nothing to prove this shit and help us get the fuck back over there? Cause niggas are suffering over here.
What was Du Bois saying?
I mean, shit, same. He was working with him too. All of them NAACP dudes and women. Well, not many women. They wasn't fucking with the women too much.
So Du Bois and Garvey were saying the same thing?
Yeah.
Damn.
Du Bois, he's actually French though, ain't he? He's not even American for real. He's French. Yeah, our heroes, right? Yeah.
So why does it seem so easy but so difficult at the same time?
Which part?
Why do you think it's...
Which part about the two people we just mentioned?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, the whole Noah fact, even all that. The whole Noah factor. Being from Florida, why is that so, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, people gotta research that. I'll just put the perspective out there.
Right.
And I use...
So, I mean, the whole idea, even the Boaz thing, all that, why is it so... Why would you say?
Why would I say what? That
why does it seem so difficult when
it's not difficult when you seeing it. It's
oh no, how does it seem? How does it sound so easy? How you make it so easy when it seems so difficult?
Because I seen it with my own eyes. I mean, right. I brought the perspective so the people could hopefully see it and research it with their own eyes. Like I used the example on, I think, an episode a while ago about the slave. They call the slave writings in their church in Savannah that everybody could go visit because it's a tourist site in Savannah. When they said those slaves wrote an old Hebrew that the modern Hebrew translators can't explain what it say, they gotta explain how the hell these slaves know how to write that.
Right.
So that sounds pretty easy to me. That's something you can physically go take a trip and go see. You see the writing there, it is still there, it's preserved very well. None of these Hebrew scholars can go translate it because they said it's older than their language. How did these African American slaves learn how to write that when we was not taught how to read and write? And also forbidden to practice our old customs. But they know how to write that. For me, that was all it took for me. When I physically took my family to go see that, and we touched it and sat on the chair. So we could, everybody.
So why do you think it's not for people? You said it's not.
No, it's for people that want to know it.
Couldn't see this, or
no, it's for whoever wants to see it. Like, it was people at that same tour with me that was denying that, but they didn't look like me. That they was on the tour with me, and when the tour guy said it, other people that was not looking like me was like, nah, that can't be. My family suffered from the Holocaust. We're Jews. That can't be. That guy said that, and the tour guy just looked at him and was like, I hear you, sir, but that's what it is. He couldn't fathom that because he's a Jewish man, and the top Jewish scholars over in Israel could not translate them words. For me, that's what did it. Because his reaction was more priceless than just the information that I received when I was there. He was in denial about that shit. He ain't want that to be the case. My people couldn't translate that. He's Jewish. So sometimes it might take an individual to go physically see something for all this other information to start clicking. Because we can all read books and everything, but somebody wrote them books. So it's just like somebody wrote the Bible. It's like, okay, so what? Another person wrote it. But when you go see something with your own eyes and touch it and lay your eyes on it, something that's historic, whatever it is, so it hit different.
So what do you do with this type of information?
Me personally?
What do you do with this type of information?
Give it out to my people who are willing to listen. Because that ain't for me only. You know? Teach my kids were with me. So it ain't like I'm just saying shit. Like, my kids saw it too. My own household was with me. So I'm not saying shit that I don't practice what I preach. Because my kids is with me. You know? My family from Savannah, so it just hit different. But even if your family not from Savannah, they said African slaves wrote that, so them slaves could have been from anywhere. But
yeah. Since you say that.
But they said they wrote that shit.
Since you say that.
Oh, I think that's the same thing.
We talking about America. Like, you know, the question is commonly, what the fuck do it matter?
Yeah.
So it's like, where your people from?
My mom's family from Georgia, Savannah area. My father's family, Alabama area, like Eufaula, Montgomery, Jefferson, that area. As far as the roots, like my parents are from up north, but their roots are southern.
So they was in drop over on the boat.
Nah, I ain't never heard that story from my elders that were, when they were living. Even my elders that are living, they like, nah, they ain't never heard that shit. And they in like their 70s and shit like that. My grandparents are damn near in their 90s, and I ask them this quite often whenever I get to see them. They always saying they mind is still very much intact, so they remember shit. They said they ain't never heard that shit until their kids were born at school in the 1960s. So they ain't start hearing it till the mid 60s. Their kids will be like my parents' age.
How they felt about that?
When they heard it,
They probably ain't paid no
they
attention.
ain't paying no, you know, and this civil rights era, mind you.
Yeah.
So they,
What the hell they teaching at the school? And after
yeah, that like that.
Just like how we look at it.
Yeah.
What the fuck is they in there teaching in these schools?
Yeah.
Go back to school, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have no idea.
And then they busy trying to make ends meet. So that's the last thing on their
Same as
mind.
today, nigga.
Exactly. Ain't nothing new
Ain't
under
a
the
whole
sun.
lot of change.
Yeah. But I have heard from not just my family, other people who I've worked on their genealogy, and when they go ask their family, because y'all attest to it, when I say go ask y'all elderly family, have they heard of this shit? Most of them say nah.
With the Africa shit?
Yeah,
No,
that they
no.
came on a boat.
They don't.
So we
It's
ain't
like
just
a
talking
couple
about
of
my
them, a few
family.
of them, but
And
the
then,
older they are, it's like,
yeah, exactly. Them old folks still remember that shit. They like, nah, I ain't never heard that one. Then you say, you heard about India in your family? They quick to say, yeah, such and such, my grandma or my mom was, or my dad was not just Indian. They could tell you the tribe. But we
That's
ain't
why
got
they
no
gotta
story of what
attach-
African tribe we came from.
You gotta attach Africa to it
Because you was
they
mixed in
ain't
and some
that
shit.
many. They ain't that many.
Nah, hell nah.
There ain't that many explanations that make sense. Africa is all they really got.
Yeah. The
Cause
problem
everything
though,
else just makes sense. Everything a nigga eat is right from here. For
Yeah.
the most part, like in origin, like niggas been eating the same shit for the last 1,000 years and shit.
but the most thing that I would feel like if somebody had to try to figure out all them slave ships that they told us about, there's no record of none of them. They all paintings. There's no record. But slavery was big business in America, so you could trace business all throughout American history. We can look up businesses from the 1700s that dealt in slavery. They still on the books. We can't find the boats. Where the fuck is the boats? That is my thing. Where the fuck is the boats? And was those boats gopher wood, by the way? Coming over them harsh seas? The boat story enough for me to say, nah, it's bullshit. There's no documentation of the boats. They might have stories. Anybody can make a story because there's one on Netflix, like Little Africa and shit in Alabama. But they got these people saying, oh, we were the last remnants of African slaves. Where the fuck is the boats? Why they not in museums and shit? We could go to museums and see whips and old pieces of hair made from nigga hair, slavery and shit, but we can't find a piece of wood from a boat nowhere. Come on, man, shit not adding up. It don't add up.
There ain't no African slave boats in no museum.
Y'all find one, let me know so we can look at it. In a museum, not no shit that was just painted in a picture. I'm like, a museum. There's a lot of artifacts from slavery time and the antebellum period and all them shits. Where's the fuck is the boat? Is all I'm asking. Or a piece of the boat. It's funny how we could go to a museum and see a dinosaur that lived quadrillion years ago and be the full body of it, right? Bones whiter than our teeth. But we can't find a piece of a boat that was just a couple hundred years ago. But we could find a whole T-Rex, full body, hanging in a museum that's infinite years old. Come on.
Quadrillion.
Come on, man. Y'all gotta use y'all brains. I know y'all smart as shit out there. Let's stop playing, man. Come on, man. On top of that, if I'm gonna come across them Atlantic Ocean, y'all be on Instagram and shit. Y'all be seeing a video when they show the North Sea video with the dudes singing that opera sounding scary shit. Y'all see how the North Sea be beating up them boats, and them boats is metal. Come on, man. These are wooden boats we talking about. Ain't no way. Everybody dead. There ain't no way, man. Just find me a boat, man. In the meantime, y'all listen to y'all grandma and granddaddy. Because a lot of the records they put, another fun fact, a lot of our people hid our history in what? Bibles, birth certificates, death certificates, marriage certificates. It is well known for our ancestors to hide.
And they all did it.
Put our genealogy in the Bible. Why the Bible out of any other book? Just put it in, just file it away somewhere in a book. In churches too, a lot of old school churches have American black people whole lineage. Why hide that in the church or a Bible? So,
What about Jeremiah?
what about him?
Where that nigga from?
I think the R&B singer, ain't he from like Illinois or some shit? Yeah, man. Y'all need to go visit some of these historical sites, man, instead of just reading them.
I mean the nigga in the Bible.
I think he from Illinois or some shit, right? Nice singing voice. You know?
Yeah, he got class.
Jeremiah. That is a common Negro name, ain't it?
I know many Jeremiah.
Hell yeah. A lot of Jeremiahs. What's another one? Aaron, that's Moses' brother.
I know a couple Moses.
That's younger than 70?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I don't think I met nobody younger than that with a name like Moses. Oh yeah? Is he an elderly?
Went to high school.
Damn, his name Moses? Yeah. He definitely got old parents. His parents is older than everybody else's parents for sure. Because nobody was naming their kids Moses in the 90s. That's crazy.
Name another one.
I want to talk about Cain and Abel.
A whole lot of them.
I know quite a few Canes. Shout out to the rapper from Brooklyn, Paul Cain.
Paul Cain, who that fat brother, right?
Yeah.
I know Abel. I went to school with.
Damn. He's able. Hey, God. Damn. I think damn near every old school. Well, I'm saying old school or Old Testament name in the Bible, a nigga in somebody's family, dead or alive, got that damn name.
Mormons name their kids from the Bible.
Mormons? It's funny, since you bring them up, where the Mormon history come from?
Joseph Smith.
Right. And where he get it from?
The alien ship.
The who? Alien ship?
The Martian ship.
Oh, damn, that's what he said?
Something like that.
Well, in the Book of Mormons, in the introduction, it say that nigga sat with the American Indians and they had some shit written on these tablets, kind of like the 10 Commandments, like the Moses shit.
Hold
and he took
on.
what he got and made the Mormon Bible.
Hold.
It's in the introduction of the Mormon Bible, so I ain't making this shit up.
But those Indians are the ones from the Martin Scorsese movie.
Whoever they were, it says American Indians.
Yeah, but those are the ones.
If that's what you want to believe.
Selma Hayek.
If that's what you want to believe.
He said what? Something higher.
Selma Hayek. You know, she an Indian. Like, she would be in Osage from the Martin Scorsese movie.
Or Cher, too. Cher. Remember the singer Cher? She's, all through her career, I'm an Indian,
She what?
Is she?
Hell yeah.
Cher?
Cher, like,
Is?
she said it all through her career that she's Indian. And so, a lot of black people, and you hear Cher, at least when I was coming up, oh yeah, she Indian. Yeah, she Indian.
No, fuck, I ain't never said that.
Nah, I've heard that a lot growing up.
I don't know.
A lot growing up.
I didn't.
Oh, she Indian.
I like Mash, the movie. That's about it. But I don't know none of her music and shit.
I don't know her music neither, but she was on the TV a lot.
Yeah, she was.
Oh yeah.
That's the only thing I know from that movie.
Yeah. I don't know none of her songs.
Potato Head Boy.
Yeah.
I never paid Cher no attention.
Yeah, me neither.
I just remember her from that because that was all. Every time she popped up on TV, that's something I always heard.
Sunny and shit.
And then I'd be confused because she don't look like
what about
the
Tonto?
person telling
Tonto
me.
was the one, man.
Oh, the little what show was that?
Lone Ranger.
Yeah.
He was the one, man. That shit was powerful.
A lot of them shows, really.
That ushered in the concept. Oh, those Indians. And that's what the prevailing narrative been.
And then on those movies, the Indian always getting killed too. So
You
you definitely don't want to be that. They always get killed by the white cowboys and shit.
But how much deeper is it that Tonto is the fucking white partner? I'd rather get killed than be his partner.
Yeah, you.
And he look like a Mexican, so it's like he the Indian.
Yeah,
and he the partner.
Yeah.
He don't look like a nigga.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, man. But
remember, we wasn't here.
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's why they do it.
Yeah, that's the whole
They had
point.
to start that same narrative at the same time.
Even with Nat Turner shit, right? He's a good example of something people overlook. The Nat Turner's rebellion ain't no different than the rebellion that was going on while he was living. It was he was in Indian rebellion. That's a known fact in history. While he was doing his rebellion, there was Indians all over America doing the same shit.
Niggas was not having it.
He just is prominent because what happened to Nat, the fight Nat did ain't as prominent as the example made out of Nat. I think that is why Nat Turner is popular, because they made a fucking example out of him. They ain't just kill him, they overkilled him.
They kept his
Made lampshades out of his skin, like boiled his
nuts and balls.
Yeah, and made like basically like the shit to light, like the kerosene lighters and shit.
Ate his feet.
But he ain't do nothing no different that was going on all throughout the fucking South. It was Indian rebellion going on. But he's a nigga, so it's like, it was a nigga during the Indian rebellion. Like, come on, man. We used to be surprised. A lot of shit you heard at school, they kind of telling you without telling you. Like, was it Revolutionary War when the first shot went off? Crispus Attucks. A lot of people remember him from school. They be like, oh, he's the first black person to get shot. He clearly was a Pequot Indian. It tells you that. When you research him, not even deep research, you could just Google him and it'll say, they trick you, they might say, it is rumors that he may have African ancestry mixed with Pequot Indian because he was known as being black, so they gotta mix that in there. But all these people we heard in school that was black and did some shit was Indians.
That's Revolutionary War.
I think it was Revolution. No, it might be the other one. Was it
Yeah,
revolution?
that was right.
Yeah, it wasn't a civil war. It was Revolutionary War out there in
Damn,
like
that's
Boston or
Boston
some shit.
shit.
Yeah, Boston Tea Party.
what that is.
New England and shit.
Yeah,
Well,
New England.
said to be. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Pequot Indian,
I
man.
don't know. That's even deeper. Like you were talking about out there, trying to get into a timeline.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna mention that shit today, cause
Not today.
nah.
Probably not ever. Who knows? Shit crazy. He talking about quadrillion, kabillion over
The
there.
dinosaur bones and shit. It's quadrillion years old. And them shits is in perfect condition. Them shits in perfect condition, bro. Perfect condition.
Quote unquote way back.
Them shits look kind of scary when you're standing in front of them. So you're like, damn,
But even
them
that,
shits was chasing us.
they tell you that that's not the real bones. That's all composite shit.
That's crazy. You went through that much effort. Why we don't have composite ships then? Thank you. You did all that for bones. You could have made a replica of the ship at least, goddamn it.
At least you have something to show niggas.
You ain't even got
So you can lie
replicas
to
of the
them while
same
you showing
ships.
them some lying ass
Exactly.
shit. Now you just lying to niggas without the lying ass shit.
Where the fucking replicas, man? I'll buy a replica, have it in the house and some shit.
Man,
A little
fucking-
small one.
Get the Tupac shit. The what they call it?
What?
Projector.
Oh yeah.
Projector shit, nigga. Fuck.
Shit's crazy. Damn, everybody in the Bible cosplay, I guess.
I'm saying
All
though,
the
so,
old movies, 10 Commandments.
with all that
that
being
shit.
said, right? You know, this episode was to like this is about connecting dots and shit, man. Like it's important because like shit about to get tight, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta know where we stand. Niggas is talking that, man, I'm leaving America. I mean, I don't know. It's like niggas need to just buckle down and get back to what's basic and shit. Ride it out and take their shit back. As opposed to whatever's the opposite or the alternative. Like they want you to be chipped up and draped out, no doubt. You know what I'm saying?
That the way? Since you making it sound so good.
Yo, it's a way, alright.
What to be chipped up and
It's
draped
a way.
out?
All ways lead to something.
All way away for something.
I said all ways lead to something. So it's a way.
Yeah, the shot and shit, man. Like we talked about it, man. Like, what if?
No, I didn't. I'm like,
Like they got 3-5 year plan, man. Like what the fuck, man?
Crazy.
And it's already showing results, but they don't show it. You gotta look for it, and then looking for it, you find it, and be like, what the fuck? And then it'd be like, so people don't even know this shit. They going through it and don't even know what the fuck is going on, and they like, what's going on with me? I don't know.
Niggas
I walk
growing
by
a whole
TVs and
nother
they come
head.
on and shit.
Don't even know
I
what the
point
fuck.
at light bulbs and they come on and shit. I don't know where it came from. Oh, what the fuck is going on?
Niggas just turn into
I
X-Men.
just walk in the house and shit just microwave come on when I walk by. I asked the doctor, he was like,
But we got this extra thing to go with the shot type shit. Take this pill
yeah, just
to
keep taking
supplement
another,
it.
just take another shot, nigga.
Man, you tripping.
I don't know what happened to you, but take another shot. We'll figure it out.
Now you getting out of control.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. You done seen that happen?
Which part?
What you talking about, didn't I?
What? Niggas pointing at flash at light bulbs and shit? And
Hotline.
shit coming on and shit? No, I ain't never seen it.
You ain't seen it yet?
Not personally.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I'm ready to say. Yeah.
man.
I ain't seen that.
Guess we'll stay tuned for the next go around about this.
For sure, man.
Bible
For
series.
sure. Definitely. Man, we appreciate y'all, everybody.
Hey, don't cut it
tuning
off
in.
yet.
Whatever.
You can do all that, bro.
Oh, man, what are you about to do?
Goodies.
I got some leftovers and shit. I got the chocolate chips. You know what I'm saying? I got the red
He's
pepper
the
joints.
he the new famous Amos, y'all. Y'all better tap in.
Yeah, we're making it happen. Got the chocolate peanut butter joints.
Sheesh. Wait, what was those?
That's red velvet right there. Got the snickerdoodle drinks. You know what I'm saying? They on fire.
I'll send
Shit,
you
it's too fucking cold, man.
the
People ain't trying to
Cypress
come out, man.
thing, so you can just put it up there, you know, so they can see it.
What's them raisins?
Open the raisins.
Yeah, them raisins good.
It's chocolate chip chocolate.
Yeah, I'm
You ain't had a red velvet one last time. Last time I seen you.
Yeah, try it, man.
And I cannot stand that cake, bro, growing up, man.
You couldn't stand it?
The cake, red velvet cake.
I mean, well, if that's the case, I don't know if you're gonna like the cookies, man.
No, I had these.
I ain't
before.
tasted that
These
before.
is fire.
Oh, okay. Let me taste that bill. I ain't tasted it.
Ain't got no more singles. You gonna have to get the whole thing.
Shit's better than the cake, man.
About to take the whole cookie game over.
I already know. Now, when they hit you with that deal, don't be trying to dumb down the recipe
doing
and
it. I
shit.
ain't doing
You
it.
know how they be
I
doing.
ain't paying. I ain't giving them nothing.
Least you
We
20
got the
mil.
cookie man,
Man,
Pernell.
you a hater, man. Cookie, man.
Man, peace, man.
Why you cut it off, man? We want reviews and shit.
What the woo?
Instagram so
Oh, we
on.
still on the gram. I be forgetting about this. I be like, man, whatever.
Yeah, somebody's still on there.
Hey, try it out. Try it out, man.
Which one?
While we on camera. You cut it off?
Nobody paying us no attention.
Nah, it's still
Give a
some.
fuck.
It's still somebody on.
Nobody give a fuck. People care.
Somebody's still on there.
No, she ain't on that.
Oh, well,
We
they
do
said
what we
they
want.
joined. It says somebody on. That's the same person.
Hey, Miss Jan Doe.
You know, y'all know who that is?
Nope.
It's a robot. Ain't got nothing to say.
So we covered
Everything.
Noah, we covered Boaz, we covered a little bit about Cain and Abel.
I'm gonna do Adam next time.
I wanted to
Adam
do
and
that.
Eve.
Oh man, I
I'm gonna do
thought
them
about
next
it.
time.
That shit deep though, man.
Yeah, that one.
That's why
That
Cain
one
and
would
Abel
have to
was
be
kinda like the
setting for like the last setting with more teaching, like the first one we did. Yeah, Adam shit about to go crazy.
But this shit is dope because first of all, ain't nobody else doing it. Ain't nobody else doing it. Bitch ass nigga. I understand why, but I also understand why it's important that we do. Like
Why it's important in your meaning?
because whether you agree or not, you gotta you know, it go back to the kids for me, like show them that you don't have to think like nobody tell you gotta think. You explore that shit, and wherever it take you, and find you a good, honest teacher, mentor, whatever the fuck, and you know, this ain't just about today, man. It's about moving forward.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
it's like
ain't nothing gonna stop.
it's like the big ass shit on what's that Voltron and shit.
Yeah.
All the moving parts, they moving differently, but
Yeah,
they moving
they
in
all come
sync.
together. Yeah.
Like, we might be one of the very few on the internet talking about it, but trust and believe, shit is in motion. Even if you don't know the individuals directly, the shit, everything is moving together simultaneously.
And we also want other niggas who, and young ladies and older ladies, however it go. But you know, if you respect the conversation, chime in. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Cause it ain't about me or him, but niggas like we at war and shit. So like We kind of see it, but we just try to not have to see it. At some point, man, goddamn, at least have a conversation. Be open to it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Conversations up, open the mind up. New ideas to help keep. We ain't trying to survive no more. We trying to thrive at this point.
Yeah, and we gotta understand that, like, that's what come with the history. That's why they can't let you know what your history is, because they don't want you to have nothing to hold on to. They want you to understand that all this shit is ours. It's like, oh, fuck. Okay. The shit become easy to understand. You know what I'm saying?
What you think? No, I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dirty cookie live.
I ain't had one that was bad yet, man. That shit crazy. I can't say which one my favorite one. All of them shits is amazing, man. That boy in stores now.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it once it's official.
I'm speaking it. It's official as I'm speaking it.
Yeah.
Y'all.
What the drinks at, Sanchez?
Y'all be safe out there.
Greedy?
You gonna log out, man?
Greedy ass nigga.
Just run the
No, get some drinks first.
IG shit.
So we can drink on screen. We can drink alcohol on screen.
Man, y'all be easy.
Man, come on, man. Be cool, man. It ain't hurting nothing, man. You just want to stop something, man. Be cool.
Peace out.
Yeah, hey. Yeah, no, hold on. This nigga so ready to damn stay on camera, ain't he? He getting comfortable, you know what I mean?
I think we had more audience behind us.
What's going on?
Yeah, them white ladies behind us.